Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. I wanted to share something pretty cool with you guys today that I picked up yesterday. What you can see I've got in front of me is another new offering from Bergara. This is the BXR. And those of you that are familiar with the line know that there's two versions of these. One's the steel barrel and the other is a carbon fiber barrel. Obviously this one has the carbon fiber barrel. So after my last video with my B14R in the carbon configuration, I loved it so much I thought I might just pick one of these up for fun and see how it works and see if it's anywhere near the quality of the bolt action version. So I'll talk a little bit about the rifle. You know, as I always say, there's specs all over the internet. You can just read those. I don't want to spend a ton of time talking about that. Another cool thing, a lot of you guys that watch my videos and follow my channel used to talk about suppressors. Well, I finally got mine. That's a Silencer Coast switchback on there. I won't talk about that too much either because there's a lot of information out there, but it's really awesome. It's super light and it's quiet. So anyway, a little bit about the rifle. My initial impressions when I first picked this thing up, it's like 4 pounds. It's super light. But the thing that impressed me most about this rifle was the trigger. And I think it's compatible with 1022 triggers. I'm not 100% sure, but honestly, I don't have any need to swap this one out because it was so good. I'm not quite sure how they made it so good, but it was very surprising. I think they say from the factory it's rated at like 3 pounds or something. And I was getting a consistent pull on my gauge at 1 pound 14 ounces, and I don't think it's adjustable. It might be, I'm not really sure, but I'm not really going to mess with it because I like it where it's at. But overall, the thing that impressed me most about this rifle, I got to say, was the trigger. It's really nice. Even with the suppressor and the scope and bipod, it's like 5 pounds. I mean, it's super light. This is a rifle that you can carry around the woods all day long and not get tired. It does come with a 30 MOA built-in rail. It's built into the receiver, which I think is kind of nice, so you don't have to worry about Loctiting your screws and them coming loose or anything like that. Overall, the fit and finish and quality of this rifle was very impressive. I was impressed with it. I mean, it's in line with the B14R. I mean, you'd expect nothing less when you pay $600 for this. It's basically a Gucci 1022. But that's pretty much about it. I mean, I got it right out of the box and took it to the range. Didn't clean it, didn't do anything to it, and it worked pretty well. I mean, 600 rounds of suppressed 22 ammo. I mean, it got pretty gritty, so I was impressed with the functionality of it as well. That being said, I'll go into the different groups today. I was able to get 10 types of ammo, and I'll go from worst to first again, like I always do. I think that's a pretty good system. And the worst type of ammo for me today out of this gun was RWS Rifle Match. And I've only shot it twice. The last time I shot it was for the B14R, but as you can see, I didn't really even bother measuring them because they were pretty sucky. So a couple good ones here and there, but for the most part, it was really bad. Next was something that really surprised me because this ammo is so darn expensive. It was RWS R50, and I don't think my B14R liked it either, so maybe it's just a Bergara thing. But this stuff's super expensive. Nice box, though. It averaged 0.729, and there's a couple decent groups in there. Bottom one had a big-time flyer. A couple 0.3s, which is pretty good. But you'd expect something to shoot a lot better than this for how expensive it is. So that's RWS R50. Next was one of my personal favorites, and somebody pointed out in my last video for the B14R, I said that Eley Target was supersonic, and they said, no, you're wrong, and I was wrong. This stuff is not supersonic. I think I had a couple crack the last time I was shooting it because it was like 100 degrees, so everything was going a little bit faster, but normally it performs a little bit better than this. Average 0.716. Again, not the greatest. A couple okay ones in there. But again, that's Eley Target. Subsonic, thank you again for calling me out on that one. Next, and this was actually the first ammo that I tried out of this gun, out of the box, was CCI Standard Velocity. So I think it's going to shoot better than this. It was still getting broken a little bit. So I'll probably go out and give this another shot, at least at 100 anyway. It was averaging 0.714. So again, I mean, I'm okay with this just to go out and have fun, but you're definitely not going to want to shoot this in your match. So again, that's CCI Standard Velocity. It's getting hard to find. My stash is kind of dwindling, so I'm going to have to take it easy on the shooting a little bit because, I mean, it's out of stock everywhere. Another one that kind of surprised me a little bit how bad it was Center-X. I didn't like this. And the B14R didn't shoot it very well either. I would have shot it better than this, but 0.627. And again, this is not how Center-X normally shoots, so I have some of it. Probably won't shoot it out of this rifle too much more. But again, that's Center-X, so moving on. This next type is what I shoot out of the B14R exclusively. I've tried to buy a whole bunch of it as much as I can. SK Rifle Match. I thought this one was going to really shoot it well because the fouling groups were pretty good. And the first 3, I'll show you, on the group side were really good. I mean, 0.3, under half an inch, 0.4, that's really good. But then it started to open up a little bit. It was slightly breezy today, but I think a couple of these rounds could have been erased by the wind. But for the most part, it wasn't affecting it that much. And again, I think that this might have been the second type I've tried. So it'll probably tighten up a little bit since this has got broken in. I've shot it so far about 600 times. So, and again, that's SK Rifle Match, 0.616. It's not terrible. And as you can see, the fouling groups are pretty good. Just take out that inch at the bottom there. But anyway, another type that's really hard to find anymore that a lot of people have good things to say about is Federal Gold Medal Match. And again, this is the gold medal match stuff, not just match. So they have a couple different types that are really similar. Getting close to a minute, 0.596. There's a couple really good ones in there. A couple good ones on the fouling side. I mean, this rifle shows flashes of something that could be really good. So I'm looking forward to getting it out and getting some more testing behind this rifle. So, and again, that's gold medal match. Another really expensive type of ammo. I think this is my last box. It's like $20 a box. I can't even afford to do this anymore. Maybe somebody will send some to me for testing, but I doubt it. Shot okay. 0.553. A couple good groups in there. I would expect it to be better for sure, but it wasn't. I was a little shaky today too, but not that much. So, Eley Tenex.553. Another one of my, this one, back when I first started doing videos, I didn't know too much about this stuff, but this really kind of come to be one of my favorites, Eley Contact. It's fairly inexpensive, although you can't find it in stock anywhere anymore. It shot pretty okay out of this, 0.552. Take out a couple groups there, and it's really good. I have 0.221, that's really good. That's the same whole group. Same with one above that. Shot it pretty well. This one seemed like it had a little bit of trouble feeding this one, so I don't know if it was the shape of the bullet or the lack of coating or what, but I had a couple of failure to feeds on this Eley Contact. But anyway, it's the second best ammo for the day out of 10. Something that really surprised me, which I haven't really had good luck with for most of my rifles. I think my Ruger Precision shot it really well, but this one seemed to like it. Wolf Match Target. And this was the best for the day, which again, that's really surprised me. I haven't had good luck with it. It averaged just over a minute, 0.520. And again, all these are at 50 yards. You can see on the top of the target there. So this is the best for the day. This rifle does take 1022 mags. One thing I forgot to talk about in the beginning when I was going over the rifle is my only real gripe of this rifle, apart from it should shoot better than it does, is when you hit the mag release, the magazine does not fall free. You have to pull it out. And not only do you have to pull it out, it's actually kind of hard to get. Now, that's a good thing for accuracy because it's in there. It's really sturdy. It does not move at all. But if you're doing a tactical reload or you're in a match and you need more than 10 rounds, you have to drop that out. It takes 2 hands. You have to push the thing and then you have to grab the magazine. It's really hard to get out. So that's probably my main gripe about this rifle. I don't know if it's just this one or they're all like that. That's how they're designed. I'm not really sure. But that's one thing that I really don't like too much about this. I would really like to be able to push that mag release and it drops free so you can shove another mag in there without having to fumble around with it. But that and the accuracy, in my opinion, is subpar from where a $600 rifle should be. But I'm looking forward to getting it out there and having some fun with it. I mean, I don't have too many semi-auto 22s, so it's nice to get out and shoot. Overall, I would probably give this rifle a grade of a B. Fit and finish is nice. It's light, but it doesn't feel cheap. But I think the accuracy is slightly lacking. I've yet to take it apart. Like I said, it's all from the factory. So I'm definitely gonna have to give it a good cleaning, and then I'm gonna get it out 100, 200, 300 yards and go from there. So love to hear from you guys. Drop a comment. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.